Some of those watching the channel right now know that I'm extremely interested in how to compound wealth. And that's a smoky PC way of saying I like to make money. And let's face it, very few people don't like to make money, right? The problem is that it's not very common in our society to talk about it, and I for one really do care, and I spend way too much time than I can admit on learning about investing and personal finance, and whether it's general money tips like diversifying income or day trading that I do a lot of, or long-term investing that I also do a lot of. I love figuring out ways to compound wealth. And I know that some people call this being cheap, but I call it buying my time. And there's one incredibly simple thing that I've been doing that has saved me at least $5,000 over the past decade that I just didn't need to spend. It hasn't added any extra effort, and it is extremely simple to do. And unfortunately, this trick is not going to work for everybody, particularly not people with complicated hairdos. And if that's not good enough of a hint, I'm talking about this: shaving. This little thing called a buzzer cost me $30 on average and has saved me over $5,000. And we're still counting. You see, when I left Egypt, I realized that I've been spending money on things that were not expensive back home, but are extremely expensive outside of Egypt. Shaving was one of them, because shaving in Egypt can be extremely inexpensive. You don't really need to shave yourself. But in Toronto and in San Francisco, you can end up paying $25 to $30 with tax and tips every single time you shave. And for someone like me who shaves about 17 times a year or once every 3 weeks, that can add up. And I realized that I've been spending more money than I needed to. So at that time, I decided to buy or invest in a buzzer. And that investment cost me $30. And a very rough calculation shows that I've saved at least $5,000 on this $90 investment in total. Now, I know that some of you watching this are going to listen to me talk about this and they're gonna be like, what is he talking about? $5,000 over 10 years? That's horrible. And I totally disagree. For most people, these are the kinds of expenses that if we paid more attention to, our entire budgeting would completely change, because they really are the ones that often make us go over our budgets without even realizing. It's not our next phone or our next car or the next camera that we want to buy. It is that $2.50 coffee that we buy every day without realizing that it adds up. And for me, going to the barber when I didn't need to was costing me approximately $500 every single year. And $500 for someone like me who was living abroad, that was 2 months of groceries. And when you start to compound this over other similar decisions, you quickly realize that these small expenses are extremely important. So it's not about the $5,000 that I've saved as much as this is about the general practice of saving money through small expenses like this one. So for those of you guys who have easy haircuts and not complicated hairdos, try it out. Try to learn how to cut your own hair. Maybe you will realize that you actually never needed to spend that $500 a year. And trust me, you will barely notice it.